Excellent. That looks like Gorebelly with Finely Smooth Simone, who we've seen before. That's the Martian Generosity Rule of 6 Gromid deck we saw in the mirror match at the end of the last round.
Ah, yes, the double
and
resonator.
Karen with Hail the Cutthroat of Ideas with the double Morpheus Quad Urchin Fagin setup, which could be particularly nasty. Gorebelly opening with a Tabris. Good removal if KarenB does this sort of thing and plays out a whole bunch of creatures that Gorebelly would want to take out.
Yes.
So
here come the Martians. A double collector worm.
I think that's double collector worm, and I think that's a good move to get those collector worms out because you're not really scared of the amber manipulation double play effects triggered off of Morpheus yet because Gorebelly has no amber to steal. And if they can get those fixed fingers online, then they can actually permanently get rid of that Garcia and the Morpheus. So both strong starts here. We'll see who wins this little dance of getting a board set up and pressing an advantage first. Karen going into Star Alliance. 2 reaps right off the bat. 3 reaps. Reaping with fingers. Okay, just reaping out with the board.
Not a bad shout.
Just reaping out with the board.
It's a surge of amber to start with.
Yeah, not a bad call at all, especially if Karen doesn't anticipate really having an answer for the Tabris double worm. Perhaps just going for the amber is a good call, and they've got some tool, or she's got some tools in her hand. She wants to use the board before it's gone.
Yeah, for sure, because I think it might go with those 2 collector worms. It's going to if you haven't got an answer for those collector worms, they're going to eat through it pretty fast.
Definitely. Gorebelly considering here going into Star Alliance. Okay, Commander Chan.
Yeah, I'm guessing they didn't have
Observe
any
you,
Mars
Max.
in hand.
Attention Coil, Galactic Census. Okay, getting up to 5 amber. Playing out some cards, drawing some cards, giving KarenB another turn. Picking shadows and stealing now that Gorebelly has amber. There it is. Urchin. Ghostly Hand. Very nice. Good moves, going up to 9 amber. Gorebelly now on a bit of a back foot. We'll see where they go. Oh, and that's Keyforge for you. I can't even say back foot with that sort of a gap because Nizik's Resonator has just prevented Karen from forging a key.
There it is.
I wasn't even done saying the word back foot and they dropped the Resonator. Worm to grab Morpheus. Worm to grab Garcia. Yep. All right, really interesting back and forth here. Karen with plenty of amber. If she can take care of that Resonator, she'll be in good shape and not have to spend any extra. We'll see where she goes though. Karen going into shadows.
That seems easier said than done at the moment.
Yes, that's true. No taunt. Just need 4 damage in there. Resonator. 1 damage. Seeker Needle to damage the Resonator. Open it up. Relentless Whispers. Oh, very nice.
There it goes.
Math will win you games. Very good.
Indeed.
That was exact. I would have had like a 3-minute before I called my house, I would have had to wait 3 minutes to make sure I had mathed all that right. So good
Work
work,
it all
Karen.
out. Indeed, yeah.
And going up to 12 amber. Great move. Great move. Strong Mars board so far, but not bad. Going to Star Alliance. Because you can't just collect or worm the creatures all day if Karen's already at 12 amber, so you've got to actually advance your own agenda here. Observe you, Max, on to Commander Chan, who may make friends with a collector worm or a champion here. Chan reaping, yep, using that collector worm. Who's it going to pick up? Grabbing Special Agent Fingers, one of the few thieves outside of Sanctum. And capturing, I think that's two Observe You Maxes on this Commander Chan, who has 4 armor, which is just funny. Xeno training. So lots of Amber capture. Karen, even with all that captured Amber, will... A lot of fun swings back and forth in this match so far. A lot of fun swings. Seeming to be on the kind of offensive here, with Gorebelly playing the control game, getting themselves in a decent position. Of course, if they manage to get that captured Amber back, that is almost a key's worth of Amber on Gorebelly's creatures. There's a Hypnotic Command. Enemy creatures capturing 1 for each Mars creature that Karen controls, so she gets 2 Amber. Looks like all going on to Commander Chan. Gorebelly straight into Mars, confidently into Mars. Moving the stun.
Another double collector worm.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if the collector worms work for the Zookeeper. Like, are they employed by the Zookeeper? They're going to get some holiday bonuses. Whatever Mars, whatever holidays they have, they'll get some holiday bonuses this year.
I think probably the Zookeeper sort of has them do his bidding rather than it being a sort of
employment situation.
Yeah, an employment situation rather than them, volunteering to do this work.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You can be free little collector worms. Just march across the table. Just march across the table. Duskrunner and Urchin, reaping with Urchin to steal 1. Good Amber control moves. Relentless Whispers. Stealing more. And there's Fagin. So no check because of the Resonator out there. A beefier Resonator than usual with double fixed finger. So we'll see where she can go. Gorebelly definitely on the control here. Trying to get the board in a state they want it to be. Playing a hand full of Sanctum. That's 5 Sanctum cards.
Wow.
Capturing 1 onto Tabris with a fight into Fagin there.
It's a whole lot of armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I may... not sure why they didn't do something about the Fagin. They could have permanently removed it. Gorebelly could have permanently removed it with a Mars creature. But they did have a handful of Sanctum. So they are being able to advance their board state a bit. And Karen has gone into Star Alliance. So no busted Urchin plays quite yet. Comm Officer Kirby, Garcia's Blaster coming down, Disruption Field onto Chan. Mars needs Amber. Needs Amber, not really doing anything. Not a lot of damage to enemy non-Mars creatures on the board. Gorebelly into Sanctum here. Big, beefy Sanctum board. Champion Tabris takes out Kirby. Captures an Amber. Champion Tabris slams into Fagin after Gatekeeper broke the elusive. Sequius reaping and capturing. 2 more bulwarks hitting the table. Reaping with the 3rd bulwark, all the bulwarks in that deck now on the table. Gorebelly at check for their first key. Greymonk reaping and healing. Mega scroll bar action here, at least on my smaller screen.
Yes, for sure. Even with the cards being back to vertical, we have a scroll bar.
Mm-hmm. Karen going into Shadows. So Gorebelly definitely with an advantage on the board state here. Karen ahead on Amber. Does the Nerve Blast have a target? Okay, dealing 2 damage to Zorg. Nerve Blast not needing to kill something to be successful. Urchin stealing. Urchin Seeker Needling. And passing over to Gorebelly. So, no forging for Gorebelly. They are... Karen keeps taking the Amber and keeping them down off that key, even though Gorebelly certainly has the board advantage currently.
Yeah, that's the thing about that deck is with all the steely, capture-y stuff, it really slows the other side down.
Mm-hmm. Really does. And Commander Chan, a disruption counter, which I believe the way that works. That's going to apply, to Gorebelly's key cost. So Gorebelly, check at 7. He's being increased in cost by the detention coil. Now, I do need to note, there is still a crap ton of amber on Gorebelly's creature, so if there's a way for Karen to get that back, Karen's going to be in great shape.
Yeah, I count 6, 8, 10, 12, about 15-ish.
A quick mothership support doesn't do too much. Back over to Gorebelly. Keys cost 9 as Karen's own resonator hits the table. Greymon healing Zorg. We don't want really bad Mars needs Amber happening there. Playing a raiding knight, capturing 1. So Karen on 1 key, 1 Amber here. Karen on 1 key, 1 Amber. Gorebelly check at 8 Amber, keys costing 7. Yes, by Jove, that is a lot of creatures, Morty. That is a lot of creatures.
What hello. And yes, indeed. The Amber attrition continues.
And Gorebelly with a 1-card turn. Ending their turn, excuse me. Okay, we're back over to Karen. Just losing my mind over here, folks. Live on the internet.
It's all good.
Karen into shadows.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's great. So to not have too much to protect situation, Gorebelly would need to get rid of that Chan or stop using it. Not that there's more than one, but Karen is about to flip.
Is by Jove what polite people say when I say bleep me? Sure, let's go with yes. That seems like a good substitution.
Gorebelly, Hypno Beaming, Reaping Out. Nothing to steal with Hypno Beam. Discarding the Gromid. Mars first on the Collector Worm to Reap. That is 13 Amber. Yep, that is a full Reap Out turn. Gorebelly now confidently just reaping out with only 14 cards that aren't currently on the board. There's Karen with the Morpheus. She's going to overcome this board with enough steel. The Morpheus is how it's going to happen. Yes! Oh man, Gorebelly is going to forge for 11 unless she bumps it up 2 more somehow. I don't know if there's another Garcia. Let's check. Yes, there is another Garcia. I believe it's in the discard pile. Yep, Gorebelly forging for 11, so only 1 key. Not nearly as far along to that second key as they want it to be. Brutal move, and making sure to save. Karen may have been saving them in her hand. That Morpheus Garcia to get that 2 extra Amber out of that Garcia.
After just playing too much to protect the previous turn, of course.
Yes. Yeah. No, very true. And Gorebelly with the Martian Generosity drawing 10 cards. Resonators are back out. Collector Worms are going to town. Discarding Gromid again. Back a Gromid discards. More Mars firsts. Fireworks from Gorebelly isn't going to be enough to win. Is it going to be enough to win over here? So Gorebelly does have check for that elusive second key. Karen not quite there because of all of the key costs increased. Karen going to Star Alliance. Going into Star Alliance.
Clearing those stuns. Key costs up to 12 now, of course.
Yes, oof. There's Garcia's Blaster. On to Garcia, stealing 1 for the detach. Dropping a Kirby and a Chan. See if there is a non-Star Alliance artifact upgrade or action card. Not quite.
Not able to prevent the forge, unfortunately.
Yep. Gorebelly forging for exactly 7. Karen not quite at check, even with 10 Ember. Oh, Hypno Beam grabbing the Garcia. Hypno Beam grabbing the Garcia. Tough Star Alliance, so they'll be able to use her on a future turn here. Fixed Fingers Reaping. Probably attaching Chains Blaster to Gray so that on a future turn, so Karen would want to get other non-Star Alliance creatures out, and then Chan could reap on a turn, use a friendly non-Star Alliance creature, and then Gray could do something, toss the blaster over to Gray, and get 2 uses of non-Star Alliance creatures on a single turn.
There you go.
That's what I suspect was Karen's, because she had no reason to attach the blaster to Chan on that turn. And Karen with a bunch of Urchins and Seeker Needles and Dusk running here, going up to 13 Amber Keys, costing 14. Oh, man. It's just not being able to get to those Resonators is really hurting. Gorebelly keeping them armored up and keeping Karen's creatures stunned. Chains Blasters draw 2 on attach. Do I have that wrong? Read it. 1-star peeps. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. Yeah, it's a use another friendly creature. Kirby's is the draw. Let's see. Gorebelly with a busy turn here that I wasn't quite paying attention to because I was teasing 1-star peeps. All-Star Alliance. Lots of Subject Kirby. Lots of Gray Monk. So let's see what Karen has here. 13 Amber. There's a 6 Amber gap currently. Sim Rager, Beam Buckler, moving the Resonator.
Galley, good evening.
Playing Resonator. Playing Mind Warper. Keys cost up to 11. Okay. You need 2 or 3 more Ambers worth of swing here. Mothership support. Proliferator.
Not able to do it. There it is.
That's it. Game to Gorebelly. Game to Gorebelly. Very well played by Karen. I think she just had didn't get too much to protect back. And the deck just never had any direct removal options that would let her get through that armor. And Gorebelly very well did not let her keep any creatures on board. So, or at least unstunned. So, great work to both players there. Definitely. That was a real fun back and forth match to see who would come out on top. Gorebelly playing the control aspect like we talked about earlier, playing that control just to the right amount, making sure Karen could never deal with the Resonators.
Yeah, just look at the size of that board. I mean, with a board like that, you think the game's only going to go one way, but Karen just kept pulling it back and slowing them down, and yeah, really kept in it. All right, we need to find a new game to have a look at. And Gally, to answer your trollish question, no, this is Zach from the Core Discovery. If you have a look at !guest, you can see all about the good Zach, who does this commentating with me on these tournaments.
Was somebody asking about?
It's Gally. I know Gally.